Garden Makeover, Dollar Tree DIYs that look expensive. Hello friends, welcome to the Meaningful Living channel, where we only get bolder with age, especially in the garden. If you're someone who finds peace in planting, joy in watering, and can't walk past blooming beauty without a smile, then you've come to the right place. We know many of you love strolling through garden centers, admiring every pot, trellis, and twinkling light. But let's be honest, the price tags can quickly dampen your enthusiasm. Well, what if we told you that you could create an equally, if not more, meaningful garden using simple items from Dollar Tree? Before we dive in, remember, safety always comes first. Always be careful when working with tools and materials, and take breaks if you feel tired. Enjoy the process, but take care of yourself. Stay with us because today we're diving into 30 brilliant DIY ideas that will save you money, ignite your creativity, and bring magic to every corner of your yard. And if gardening fills your soul as much as it fills ours, hit that subscribe button so we can keep growing together. Idea number 1, Teacup Planter Tower. Oasis for feathered friends. If, like us, you feel a garden isn't complete without the gentle flutter of wings and the cheerful splash of feathered visitors, then this idea is for you. True garden enthusiasts, especially those of us who have nurtured beauty from the soil for decades, know that the simplest things can bring the greatest joy. Here's one of our favorite Dollar Tree transformations, a bird bath made from a metal candle holder and a plastic bowl. Yes, that's it. Simply turn the candle holder upside down, glue the bowl on top, and give it a quick coat of stone look spray paint for a luxurious finish. Toss in a few smooth pebbles and fill with water. In less than 10 minutes, you'll create a charming oasis for local birds and a peaceful focal point for your yard. It's affordable, elegant, and a daily reminder that nature always returns when you welcome it. Idea number 2, Whimsy meets gardening. Teacup Planter Tower. Let's add a touch of magic and charm to your garden, because if there's one thing true garden lovers know for sure, it's that a personal touch turns a simple space into something unforgettable. For this next idea, we're delving into a bit of backyard whimsy we call the Teacup Planter Tower. If you have a soft spot for old teacups, especially those odd ones you find at Dollar Tree, you're going to love this. Grab a few teacups and saucers and using strong waterproof glue, stack them in a playful spiral. Alternate saucers and cups, tilting some slightly to create a delightful Alice in Wonderland look. Once dry, fill the cups with soil and plant your favorite herbs or succulents. This project is perfect for those of us who appreciate both vintage charm and the joy of gardening. It doesn't take up much space, is easy to care for, and you'll smile every time you walk by it because it's creative, personal, and 100% you. Idea number 3, glowing mason jar lanterns. Illuminate your garden with solar magic. If there's one thing gardeners cherish as much as plants, it's the quiet, golden glow of twilight embracing the yard. We're not just gardeners, we're observers. We love that moment when flowers turn into silhouettes and the evening silence sets in. That's why we just adore this next idea. It's elegant, simple, and creates such a magical ambience in any outdoor space. All you need are a few clear mason jars, some twine, and those solar stake lights from Dollar Tree. Simply remove the stake from the solar light, place the light inside the jar, and tuck the battery compartment near the base. Then tightly tie a loop of twine around the jar's neck and hang them from tree branches, shepherd's hooks, or even porch railings. As the sun sets, these little lanterns come to life, casting a soft, dreamy glow that dances in your garden like fireflies. It's budget-friendly beauty that turns any evening into a peaceful retreat. Idea number 4, designer pathway stepping stones. Faux marble from a pizza pan. If, like most garden lovers we know, you don't just walk through your yard but wander, pause, admire each bloom, and lean in to check on tiny sprouts, then you know charming little pathways or stepping stones aren't just decorative, they're personal. For this next transformation, we're using something unexpected. A Dollar Tree pizza pan. Yes, those flimsy round pans are about to become your new favorite garden accent. Here's how. Mix a small batch of quick-setting concrete and pour it directly into the pan. Then, before it fully sets, add a few drops of black and white acrylic paint. You don't need much, just a few swirls with a stick or skewer to create a marble effect. Once dry, pop it out of the pan, and you'll have a stunning faux marble stepping stone. Place a few of these among your flower beds or along a narrow pathway, and you'll add beauty and practicality to your space. It's art you can walk on, and nobody will guess it started as a dollar pizza pan. Idea number 5, faux marble walkways. From pizza pan to garden chic. Now that we've added cozy glow with our lanterns and a bit of personality with our teacups, how about something that brings both function and sophistication to your walkways? Gardeners, especially those of us who love walking barefoot among our plants or guiding grandchildren down garden paths, know the value of a beautiful stepping stone. And believe us, one of the easiest ways to make your own is with a humble Dollar Tree pizza pan. Here's how. Mix a small batch of quick-dry concrete, the kind you can easily find at any hardware store. Pour it into the pizza pan just enough to fill about halfway. Now, before it sets, add a few drops of black and white acrylic paint and gently swirl with a stick or skewer. What you'll get is a stunning faux marble effect that looks surprisingly expensive. Let it cure completely, pop it out, and you have a designer stepping stone that makes every stroll a bit more elegant. It's just another reminder that creativity doesn't have to cost a fortune. It just needs a little imagination. Idea number 6. Vertical garden green waterfall. Tiered garden from stacked containers. Now let's talk about something every gardener values: space. Whether you have a sprawling yard or just a cozy porch, maximizing every square foot is key. And as we get older, constantly bending over isn't much fun. That's why this next idea is one of our favorites. Head to Dollar Tree and grab a few of their small plastic storage containers, the kind that stack. Using a drill or even a heated nail, poke several drainage holes in the bottom. Then stack the containers in a pyramid or staggered fashion, securing them with glue or zip ties. Fill each container with lightweight potting mix and plant cascading plants like sweet potato vine, lobelia, or even strawberries. As they grow, they'll spill over the sides like a gentle green waterfall. It's the perfect project for those of us who love vertical interest, smart use of space, and frankly, less back pain. Beauty meets practicality in the most delightful way. Idea number 7. Mirror wall illusion. Expanding your garden with reflection. As gardeners, we don't just love plants, we love the feeling of being surrounded. Whether it's a lush backyard or a narrow side yard, we want our spaces to feel full of life, light, and beauty. And here's a trick that adds a touch of magic without adding a single plant. The next time you're at Dollar Tree, grab a few lightweight framed mirrors. Yes, mirrors. Arrange them along a plain fence or an exterior wall at eye level or slightly staggered. What happens next is pure garden illusion. These mirrors reflect your flowers, your greenery, even the sky, creating the feeling that your garden is twice as large. It brings depth, brightness, and a surprising elegance to small or shaded areas. It's perfect for those of us who want to visually expand our space or simply add a touch of charm where walls once felt empty. A small trick with a big impact, and another reason why your garden is truly one of a kind. Idea number 8. Flexible garden edging from Pool Noodles. Flexible, fun, and full of personality. Alright friends, if you love adding a bit of playfulness to your garden, this next idea is right up your alley. Over the years, we've learned that garden lovers aren't just gardeners, we're designers, inventors, and creative thinkers. We love to solve problems with a little flair. So, let's talk about garden edging, because sometimes those flower beds need a little crispness around the edges. Enter the humble pool noodle. Grab a few at Dollar Tree and cut them in half lengthwise. Wrap them in floral tape or even burlap if you prefer a rustic look. Then, gently press them into place along the edge of your garden beds. They flex beautifully around curves, stand up to water and sun, and give your garden borders a neat, colorful look. It's perfect for gardeners who love charm but also appreciate comfort. No sharp metal or back-breaking digging. Idea number 9. Garden melody, wind chimes from measuring cups. Music for the soul. Every gardener we know cherishes the simple sounds of the garden. The rustle of leaves, the chirping of birds, and yes, the gentle chime of wind chimes on a breezy day. It's like music for the soul, isn't it? This next idea is one of those delightful DIYs that's not only budget-friendly but rich in charm and personality. Head to Dollar Tree and grab a set of metal measuring cups and some fishing line or twine. Then find a sturdy wire ring, an embroidery hoop, or even a small hanging basket frame to use as your base. String the measuring cups onto the fishing line and hang them at varying lengths so they don't clatter all at once. Position your wind chime where it can catch the breeze, from a tree branch, in a porch corner, or even on a garden arbor. As the wind drifts through them, you'll hear the gentle, tinkling notes of something truly handmade. It's not just a decoration, it's a memory in motion, and for gardeners who love nostalgia, creativity, and a touch of whimsy, it's a true gem. Idea number 10. Personalized garden flag. Pillowcase with a purpose. Gardeners are sentimental. We love our outdoor spaces to reflect who we are, whether it's a favorite bloom, a family memory, or a touch of seasonal cheer. We like to add little pieces of ourselves into the garden. That's where this next idea comes in. A garden flag made from something you might already have around the house. A pillowcase. Just pick a decorative pillowcase from Dollar Tree or use one gathering dust in your linen closet, waiting for a new life. Trim it to your desired flag size, fold over the top edge, and either sew or glue a pocket wide enough to slide a wooden dowel through. Then simply hang it by your garden gate, near a potted plant or on a shepherd's hook. You can even embellish it further with fabric paint, stencils, or iron-on transfers to reflect a warm message or your family name. It's an easy, inexpensive way to add a heartfelt, swaying touch to your space and a gentle reminder that your garden isn't just about plants, it's about presence, your presence. Idea number 11, Cascading Beauty. Tiered planters from bowls. The one thing every passionate gardener understands is the joy of layers. Layers of color, texture, and height that bring your garden to life. And you don't need expensive pots or designer stands to make it happen. Just a few Dollar Tree finds and a little imagination. Here's how to create a striking tiered planter using plastic mixing bowls and candlesticks. First, grab 2 or 3 bowls of varying sizes and a couple of sturdy candlesticks. Use strong adhesive to stack them, alternating bowl-candlestick bowl like a mini garden fountain. Once dry, fill each tier with potting soil and select cascading plants like petunias, ivy, or even sweet alyssum. As the plants grow, they'll spill over each level in waves of color and texture. It's the kind of arrangement that makes neighbors stop and ask, "Where did you get that?" And you can proudly say, "It was created with creativity, not cash." That's the meaningful living way. Idea number 12. Backyard Serenity water feature from trash cans. Unexpected beauty. Alright friends, this next idea might surprise you, but stay with us because if there's one thing gardeners are good at, it's seeing beauty where others see, well, trash. Believe it or not, you can create a calming, spa-like water feature using 2 Dollar Tree trash cans. Here's how. Choose 2 that can nest within each other, one slightly smaller than the other. Stack them. Drill a small hole near the top edge of the inner can and insert a compact solar-powered pump inside. To make it beautiful, surround the top with river stones, floating flowers, or even artificial lily pads. You can plant small plants or moss around the base to soften the look and help it blend into your garden. The result is the soothing sound of water gently gurgling in your own backyard oasis. It's budget-friendly serenity and a perfect example of what happens when creativity flows, literally. Idea number 13. Fairy Tale Touch. Rustic garden signs from baking sheets. The voice of your garden. Every seasoned gardener knows, we don't just grow plants, we grow stories. Every corner of our garden tells one. So why not add a sign to help guide that story? This next idea is all about bringing a rustic, handmade charm to your space using something surprisingly ordinary, baking sheets. That's right, those flat metal trays from Dollar Tree are about to become the voice of your garden. First, cover the surface with 1 or 2 coats of chalk finish spray paint. Once dry, you can write whimsical garden sayings like "Be happy, time to grow," or simply label different zones, herbs, veggies, flowers. Use a white paint marker for permanence or actual chalk if you want to change the sayings with the seasons. Finally, drill 1 or 2 holes near the top and hang your new sign with jute twine. The result is a cute, rustic chic touch that looks like it's from a country cottage garden, full of heart, humor, and that warm feeling only a true gardener understands. Idea number 14. Mini garden magic. Succulent nursery and ice cube trays. And here's a sweet little project that will appeal to the soft-hearted gardener, the one who loves to nurture tiny life and watch it grow day by day. If that sounds like you, this project will bring you special delight. Head to Dollar Tree and pick up a plain ice cube tray, the kind with flexible plastic compartments. Each little cube is a perfect, cozy cradle for small succulent babies. Simply fill each compartment with a tiny bit of cactus or succulent soil, then gently place your succulent cuttings or leaves into each one. These trays help you organize your starts neatly and keep track of their growth. Place the tray on a sunny windowsill or a shaded outdoor table, and you'll have a modern mini garden, organized, space-saving, and surprisingly beautiful. It's a joy to check on daily, and a wonderful way to propagate plants for gifts, swaps, or future arrangements. Because if there's one thing garden lovers know, it's that even the smallest beginnings can grow into something beautiful. Idea number 15. Welcoming wings, butterfly feeder from plastic wine glasses. Poetry in motion. If there's one thing that melts a gardener's heart, it's the sight of butterflies gently dancing from flower to flower. They're not just pollinators, they're poetry in motion. And with this simple DIY, you can invite even more of them into your garden paradise. Head to Dollar Tree and grab a couple of plastic wine glasses and some small plastic plates. Turn the wine glasses upside down and glue the bases to the center of the plates. This creates a lovely little pedestal. Next, place colorful kitchen sponges on each plate and soak them with a sweet nectar mixture. Just water and sugar. The bright colors attract the butterflies, and the sponges give them a safe surface to land and drink from. Place your feeders on flat rocks, tables, or even plant stands throughout your garden. It's an inexpensive yet deeply rewarding addition that brings joy all summer long. Because gardeners like us, we don't just grow flowers, we grow beauty, we grow life, and we grow moments like these. Idea number 16, Cascading Charm. Hanging planter from a wire basket and chains. And here's an idea that will add both elegance and movement to your garden, perfect for those who love the look of flowers gently spilling through the air. And if you have a spot that needs a vertical accent, this idea is for you. Start with a simple wire basket from Dollar Tree, the kind typically used for pantry or office organization. Line it with natural moss, burlap, or even a repurposed coffee bag to keep the soil in place. Then attach 3 even lengths of lightweight chain or rope to the basket's rim and connect them at the top with a hook or metal ring. Now for the fun part. Fill it with potting soil and choose cascading plants like lobelia, ivy, or strawberries. As they grow, they'll spill over the sides in a waterfall of color and texture. Hang it from a tree branch, a porch beam, or a shepherd's hook, and you'll have a floating garden accent that sways gently in the wind, bringing beauty to admire at eye level. Because we gardeners don't just beautify the ground, we beautify the air too. Idea number 17, creative edging or repurposed garden borders from cutting boards. Neat lines and clever recycling. If you're the kind of gardener who appreciates clean lines and neat borders, but also loves clever recycling, you're going to enjoy this idea. Because sometimes a beautiful garden isn't just about what you plant, it's about how you frame it. For this idea, head to Dollar Tree and grab a few plastic cutting boards. Choose the flexible or thinner ones as they'll be easier to work with. Using sturdy scissors or a utility knife, trim the top edge of each board into gentle scallops or waves for a more decorative shape. Next, give them a fresh look with spray paint, a stone texture for a natural feel, or a metallic finish if you want a more elegant edge. Once dry, press them into the soil side by side along the edge of your garden beds. They're waterproof, easy to clean, and surprisingly sturdy. And the best part, you've created a crisp, polished garden border that looks custom-made without spending more than a few dollars. It's just another reminder that in a gardener's hands, even the most ordinary things can become something extraordinary. Idea number 18, herb drying umbrella. A hanging harvest rack. Every gardener knows that harvesting herbs is one of the most satisfying parts of growing your own food. That fragrance when you run your fingers over a rosemary or thyme stem, it's pure heaven. And if you love to preserve herbs for teas, cooking, or just for fragrant bundles, this idea will fit beautifully into your routine. Grab a small child's umbrella, one of those colorful ones you can find at Dollar Tree, and turn it upside down. Now hang it from a hook, a beam, or a tree branch in a shaded, breezy spot. Using clothespins, attach your freshly harvested herbs to the inner spokes of the umbrella. The shape allows air to circulate naturally around each bundle, helping them dry evenly while keeping them off the ground. It's not only functional, it's charming, a little revolving carousel of mint, sage, and lavender. It brings a smile every time you see it. And once dry, these herbs become fragrant gifts from your garden to your kitchen all year long. Idea number 19, climbing beauty, DIY garden trellis from Dollar Tree grates and zip ties. A theater for your climbing plants. If you're someone who finds joy in watching plants reach for the sun, climbing higher each day with quiet determination, this next idea will make your heart smile. Many of us who love gardening also love a bit of vertical drama. The way morning glories twine, beans race upward, or clematis bursts open like tiny fireworks. And the good news is, you don't have to spend a fortune to give your climbing plants a stage. Head to Dollar Tree and grab a few plastic grate panels. Yes, those lightweight ones that fold flat. Then use simple zip ties to connect them vertically or in a fan shape, depending on your space. This gives your trellis both flexibility and strength. Next, grab a few bamboo garden stakes, also from Dollar Tree, and secure them behind the grate for support. Press them firmly into the ground to anchor the whole structure. Once in place, plant your favorite climbing plants right at the base. Pole beans, sweet peas, or even a packet of morning glory seeds you've been saving. Soon you'll see the tendrils wrap, the blooms burst, and your trellis transform into a living, growing sculpture. This project isn't only budget-friendly, it's deeply satisfying to watch it come alive. Because if you're like most garden lovers, you're not just growing plants, you're nurturing dreams one vine at a time. Idea number 20, rest and display, laundry basket planter bench. stylish and senior-friendly. Now, let's talk about one of the most underrated joys of gardening: sitting back and enjoying it. Every gardener needs a place to pause, admire their hard work, and perhaps sip a cup of tea. This next idea gives you that spot, plus a little plant display. All you need are 2 plastic laundry baskets from Dollar Tree. Turn them upside down to create sturdy bases. Then, grab a long piece of lumber or even a plastic storage container lid and lay it across the top as a seat. Embellish it with potted flowers, vining plants, or even a row of small herb containers. You've just created a lightweight, weather-resistant garden bench that doubles as a plant stand. It's perfect for patios, porches, or cozy spots under a shady tree. And for those of us who love being close to our plants but not always on our knees, this bench is both stylish and senior-friendly. Idea number 21. Twilight Glow Solar Pathway from Salt Shakers. Magic in every step. We've always believed that a garden shouldn't disappear with the sun, it should glow. And if you love quiet evening strolls through your yard, this idea will add a little magic to every step. Head to Dollar Tree and grab a few glass salt or pepper shakers. Yes, the kind you'd usually find in the kitchen. Then pick up some mini solar stake lights. Remove the stake from each light and simply insert the light's base into the shaker. It's surprisingly perfect. Now, just line these little lights along your garden path, border edges, or porch steps. As the sun sets, they'll begin to twinkle like fairy lights, casting a soft glow that makes your garden feel cozy, elegant, and just a little bit enchanted. It's a simple DIY with a big impact, and the best part: no wires, no timers, and no switch needed. Just sunshine, a few dollars, and a garden that loves to shine day and night. Idea number 22. Dancing flowers, hanging colander garden. Living, moving garden art. If you're the gardener who loves when form meets function, and perhaps even tells a little story, this next idea will make you smile. Grab a simple metal colander from Dollar Tree, give it a fresh coat of spray paint in your favorite color, perhaps a rustic bronze or a cheerful sunflower yellow. Then line the inside with burlap, cocoa fiber, or even an old dish towel to hold the soil but allow for drainage. Add potting soil and plant cascading flowers like petunias, verbena, or nasturtiums. Now for the magic. Suspend the whole thing from 3 ropes or sturdy twine, evenly spaced and tied at the top like a basket handle. As the wind blows, your colander transforms into a revolving sculpture. Flowers spilling, leaves fluttering, and light catching through the holes. It's more than a planter, it's living, moving garden art, made by you and admired by all who pass by. Idea number 23. Mosaic Magic River Stone and Bead Tabletop. A work of art reflecting your love for nature. If you love sitting in your garden with a cup of coffee, a book, or a friend, this idea will transform your little table into a work of art that reflects your love for nature and beauty. Start with a plain round tray or an old side table that has seen better days. Head to Dollar Tree and grab a few bags of river stones or glass beads, smooth, colorful, and just waiting to shine. Use a strong outdoor adhesive to glue the stones directly to the surface in any pattern that brings you joy. Circles, spirals, or completely freeform. Once dry, fill in the gaps with pre-mixed grout. You can find small tubs at most hardware stores. Wipe away the excess and let it cure. The result is a stunning, textured tabletop that looks like it's from a high-end garden store, but made with your own hands and for under $10. It's a perfect example of how gardeners like us don't just grow plants, we grow beauty in every corner. Idea number 24. Garden Whimsy Watering Can Fountain. Life, sound, and playful elegance. If you've ever stopped to listen to the sound of water in a garden, you know it's like a deep breath for the soul. And if you love a bit of movement and magic among your blooms, this DIY will delight you. Grab a plastic watering can from Dollar Tree, a classic one with a long spout. Gently drill a small hole near the base or side and feed the tubing of a solar fountain pump through it. Place the pump in a small basin or hidden bucket of water beneath the watering can, allowing the tubing to run inside. Once you turn it on and place it in a sunny spot, the magic begins. Water will gurgle from the spout like a gentle stream, bringing life, sound, and a playful elegance to your garden nook. It's charming, soothing, and just unexpected enough to make guests smile. And for gardeners who cherish peaceful moments and creative repurposing, it's the perfect blend of beauty and function. Idea number 25. Flower Throne, Upcycled Chair Planter with Dollar Tree Elements. Story Reborn. This idea is for those of us who see potential in every forgotten item, especially old furniture. Because sometimes the most charming things in a garden aren't store-bought, their stories are reborn. If you have an old wooden chair lying around or spotted one at a thrift store, don't throw it out. turn it into a beautiful focal point with just a little help from Dollar Tree. First, remove the seat panel and replace it with a plastic bowl or wire basket that fits snugly into the frame. Dollar Tree has many to choose from. Line it with burlap or moss if needed, then fill it with rich soil and your favorite flowering plants, geraniums, pansies, or even a mini herb mix. Place it by your porch, under a tree, or along a garden path. It will become more than just a planter. It will become a whimsical throne for your flowers, a perfect blend of charm, repurposing, and that classic gardener's eye that transforms old into something truly wonderful. Idea number 26. Sun-kissed, hanging garden curtains from shells and beads. Peaceful charm dancing in the breeze. Sometimes in gardening, it's not just about what we grow but the feeling we create. And this next idea adds a playful, serene charm that dances in both the sun and the breeze. Gather a handful of plastic beads, shells, buttons, or any small trinkets that catch the light or hold meaning. You can often find these at Dollar Tree or tucked away in a forgotten drawer. Then, grab pieces of clear fishing line or thin string and start stringing your treasures, like tiny ornaments. Once you have several strands, tie or secure them along a porch roofline, a tree branch, a garden arbor, or even along a fence. As the wind moves through them, your handmade garden curtains will gently sway, catching the sunlight and casting glints of color and shadow. It's whimsical, it's peaceful, and for those of us who garden with heart and memory, it's like a wind chime made of light and stories. Idea number 27. Bloom with style, plant stakes from skewers and beads. Functionality with personality. If you're the kind of person who talks to your tomatoes, names your dahlias, or gives your cosmos a little pep talk before the afternoon heat, this next idea is just for you. We gardeners know that tall plants need support, but who said those supports have to be boring? With just a few bamboo skewers and a pack of colorful beads from Dollar Tree, you can create plant stakes that are both functional and full of personality. Simply string the beads onto the top half of each skewer in any pattern you like. Bright rainbows, soft pastels, or earthy tones to harmonize with your garden. Then, gently press the skewers into the soil next to your growing plants. They'll help support delicate vines, blossoms, or leafy stalks and add a pop of cheerful color that looks joyful and handmade. It's a small detail, but it reflects what gardeners do best: caring deeply, crafting thoughtfully, and growing with heart. Idea number 28. Seedling nursery, mini greenhouse from picture frames. The perfect warm, humid environment. Every gardener knows that some of the most exciting moments happen even before the first bloom. Watching tiny green shoots push their way through the soil, it's pure magic. And if you're the kind of person who loves to grow plants from seed, this next idea is tailor-made for you. Grab 8 identical picture frames from Dollar Tree, preferably 5 by 7 or 8 by 10 inches. Remove the backing and glue the glass or plastic panels back into the frames. Now use hot glue or clear adhesive to connect 4 frames into a square for the base, and another 4 for the lid. Attach the lid loosely or with small hinges so it can open like a window. Set your mini greenhouse over a seedling tray or small containers and place it in a sunny spot, indoors or out. This little structure creates the perfect warm, humid environment for seedlings to thrive, and it also looks beautiful, like a tiny glass conservatory hidden in your growing space. Because for us gardeners, nurturing something from seed is more than just a task, it's a joy. Idea number 29. Secret garden feel, room divider from shower curtains. A charming focal point and privacy. Sometimes a garden isn't just a garden, it's a sanctuary. A place to reflect, to unwind, or to share a cup of tea with a friend. And like any great room, a garden can benefit from a little visual division. That's where this soft, unexpected idea comes in. Head to Dollar Tree and grab a couple of shower curtains. Look for floral, lace, or vintage-inspired prints. Then, grab 2 wooden dowels or long stakes and firmly press them into the ground where you want your divider to stand. Attach the top of each curtain to the dowels using zip ties, twine, or hooks. Allow them to gently drape into your space, swaying softly in the breeze. You've just created a beautiful garden room that offers privacy, softness, and a delightful focal point. Whether you use it to hide a compost pile, separate a veggie patch, or frame a quiet reading nook, it adds instant charm and reminds us that even in the garden, a little softness can go a long way. Idea number 30. Time in stone, a commemorative garden marker. Your story in stone. As gardeners, we don't just grow flowers, we grow memories. Every bloom has a story, every garden path holds a moment. And this final idea is about preserving those memories in a way that becomes part of your garden's heart. Grab a shallow plastic tray, something simple from Dollar Tree will do. Mix and pour quick-setting concrete until it's evenly leveled. Before it dries, press in small meaningful items. An old key, a piece of broken china, a shell from a trip, or even a few spare coins. You can also etch initials, dates, or a short message with a stick or skewer. Once fully cured, pop it out of the tray and place it somewhere special. In a flower bed, near a bench, or beside your favorite plant. It becomes more than just a stepping stone, it's a garden time capsule. A way to keep the moments that matter woven into the very space you've nurtured with love. Because the most beautiful gardens are the ones that tell your story. And there you have it. 30 simple, heartfelt, and truly special ways to turn ordinary Dollar Tree finds into a garden full of personality, peace, and purpose. But more than just DIY ideas, each of these is a reminder that gardening isn't about how much you spend or how perfect your space is. It's about creating something that feels like you. It's about using what you have, embracing what you love, and letting your creativity bloom right alongside your plants. Whether you've made a wind chime from measuring cups or a memory stone from pieces of your past, your garden is now a reflection of your story, your joy, and your wisdom. And if even one of these projects made you smile or sparked a little inspiration in your heart, we'd be so happy if you gave this video a thumbs up and shared it with another garden lover who needs a little beauty on a budget. Don't forget to subscribe to Meaningful Living, because here we believe that with age we grow brighter, bolder, and more beautifully rooted than ever before. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep planting, and keep transforming the simplest things into something extraordinary.